Hi, I'm Mike Zaida, and today's presentation is about my experience from 2005 to 2013 at Gold's Gym in Venice Beach, which is the mecca of bodybuilding. So I'm going to start out and bring up some slides so that we can have some pictures to go along with this, because I haven't been there in a long time now. And I had a wonderful, wonderful experience there. Okay. All right, hit play. All right. Here we are, slides. Gold's Gym, Venice, 2005 through 2013. This is basically January through just January of 2005 all the way until December 2013. And I had just taken a job at USC, and I lived in Hampton Drive at 240 and a half. That door of the apartment on the right side of this picture, on the first floor at the back, is where I lived. And half a block away is Gold's Gym. And I thought, wow, that's convenient. I won't have to get in the car to drive to go to the gym, something unusual in the city of Los Angeles. I lived across the street at that time from Max Muscle, which has got pictures of Jay Cutler all over it because he endorses their products. And I went there on the evening of the 5th of January to go and try and get a workout, maybe join the gym. And I got in there, and the manager of the club, Jason, was at the front desk, and he saw me and he goes, "What are you doing here, old man? We don't have any need for someone like you." And so I said, "Well, I wanted to come and work out. I want to join the gym." So he sent me over to someone to sign up, and I signed up and I went and started to work out. And I had not really spent a whole lot of time in the gym in a long time by 2005. I had been swimming a lot. And usually at the Naval Postgraduate School, when the pool was closed for some cleaning or special event, I would go work out with the Marine Corps. And but they, always tried to give me too heavy a weights and never gave me a good guidance as to what does a workout look like at a gym like that. When you get to Gold's and you look through it, and I like this picture because it shows the chaos of a first timer coming into the gym and saying, "Whoa, what do you do with these machines?" And my plan was watch people use them, learn how to use them, but that isn't enough. You kind of have to have someone give you an organized workout schedule, workout set of cards, maybe. And yes, it's easy to pick up, little dumbbells like this and barbells like this, but working out by myself, over the first year I was a member, I was trying to figure out how to use the machines and weights without hurting myself primarily. And, hurting yourself, not seriously, but, pulling a muscle the wrong way or pulling a tendon, and ibuprofen becomes your friend. You take it right before you go to sleep, and the next morning you're good. I wanted to put this right at the front of this. When you go into a place like Gold's Gym, which is a mecca of bodybuilding, don't wear headphones. It is better to just meet people because after a while, if you're not using the machine right, they will come over and help you. Everyone there is very friendly, as far as I can tell. So I ended up working out with a trainer. This is Dawn Strozier. I met her, I think, in 2006 when she was just finishing being trained by Charles Glass, who trained all the Mr. and Miss Olympia winners. And she was looking, I think I might have been one of her first clients practically. This is Charles Glass. And he was, of course, trained himself to become this great bodybuilder. And then his career after that was to train all the future Mr. and Miss Olympias. And he's just a wonderful person, and his workouts are really tops. So the workouts that I got from Dawn were basically Charles Glass workouts taught by her. I couldn't really afford Charles Glass. He's very expensive, and I could afford Dawn. All right. Daily training plan cards. You have to have them. I put mine in this video, and I'll try and talk through them slightly, but not a whole lot. You also have to don't rush to big weight. Start with what you can manage and do more reps. And if you hurt yourself, lower the weight. Again, ibuprofen. You need daily cardio. Some people say just do cardio 3 times a week, but daily cardio and different cardio is super helpful. diet and supplements, I'll give you a little flash study on what I did. So, personalized workout card number one. This is the schedule. So, you have to have a schedule. Just Monday is back and triceps. Tuesday is shoulders and biceps. And Wednesday is legs. And Thursday is shoulders and biceps. And Friday is back and triceps. And Saturday is shoulders and biceps. And Sunday is legs. And notice there's no off days here. And these are, when I would do these workouts, I would start at 9 p.m. at night and go till midnight. And I was doing that 5 days a week at Gold's when I was in the heyday of my lifting there. So here is the Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday shoulders and biceps workout. And it's, the weights on here are the weights that I started with, which I was 50 years old. And I put 25 pounds or 10 pounds or 25 into here because I'm assuming that if you're going to actually take this card and save it and do this set of exercises, that you're going to start with low weights. You're not going to start with high weights. Okay. So this is 25-pound barbell, straight arms, overhead lift, 10-pound dumbbells, side raises, 25 pounds dumbbell pull-ups, rear delts. And it says 3-set superset. What that means is you take those three things, the 25-pound barbell, dumbbells, and the 25-pound dumbbell pull-ups, and you do those, and then you do another set, and then you do another set. So 3 sets, superset. And for each of those sets, you do 15 repetitions. So you're going to do 15 reps of 25-pound barbell, 15 reps of 10-pound dumbbell side raises. You're going to do 15 repetitions, 25-pound dumbbell pull-ups, rear delts. And then you're going to move on to do 10-pound shoulder press machine alternating, and then 10-pound front raises alternating, and 15 reps for each of those and 3 sets superset. So this is part of the Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday schedule. The next card is the continuation of that. Still shoulders and biceps. You're going to do bicep curls, 25 pounds, 25 pounds, 30 pounds. Dumbbell curls, alternating 25, 25, 30. Superset, 3 times for those 2 items and 15 repetitions each of those. High-seated curl machine, both arms, 35, 40, 45, 3 sets. Again, supersets, 15 repetitions of each of those. 15 reps at 35, 15 reps at 40, 15 at 45. All right, if you go Monday, Friday, you're doing back and triceps, and you've got the French curl machine. You're going to do 20, 30, 40 pounds. Seated triceps, 30, 40, 50. Dumbbell overhead extension, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half pounds. And a superset of that above, 3 times above, and it's 15 repetitions for each exercise above. So I'm teaching you how to read this card. You're going to get to the lat pull-down machine and do 15 repetitions at 70 pounds, 15 at 80, 15 at 90, and you're going to do the entire hammer strength row, which is, 15 repetitions at each of those. And I'm going to have to go look and find the hammer strength row and add it on at some point. But this is what I did at Gold's, and they were all in a particular place. When you go in there, you'll see them. All right, Wednesday, Sunday, legs. Legs are really important. A lot of people are, when I would talk to other people working out at Gold's, they'd say, legs, oh, I don't want to do legs. They're too hard. Legs are critical. Critical so that you can walk and run and climb and do other things and take Thai kickboxing in your spare time. I took Thai kickboxing at Gold's Gym until they threw the instructor out and the course out, saying it was too dangerous to do in their dance room, basically. Leg extensions, warm up at 70 pounds, do 10, 10, and 10. These are 10 reps at 70, 90, 110 pounds. Lunges, 3 sets. Calf raises, 10, 10, and 10 at 90, 110, 110 pounds. Leg press, 90 pounds, 180 pounds, 130 pounds. And you're going to do that with a number of reps that you can do. You may not, for 90 pounds, you probably can easily do 35. 180 pounds, maybe less, and 230 pounds, maybe less at the start, okay? Twisty stick, 3 times 50 twists. Seated leg curl, 90, 90, 90 pounds. glute machine, 50, 50, 50 pounds with 25 reps each leg, and lay on the back machine, 25, 25, and 25 pounds. And pretty cool. So that's the workout. This is card six is cardio, and we'd use a treadmill, and we'd set it up and start out with 5 minutes of warm up at 3 miles an hour speed walking. Then we'd set it to 4.2 speed. And what we do is we jump onto the treadmill for our feet would be on the sides of the treadmill, not on the belt. We jump on at 4.2 miles an hour and run for 30 seconds and then jump off and put your feet on the sides, the non-moving sides, and rest for 30 seconds. Then jump on for 4.2 speed, 30 seconds, and then jump off for 30 seconds. And then put it up to 5.2 miles an hour. And then jump on for 30 seconds, jump off for 30 seconds, and then jump on for 30 seconds, jump off for 30 seconds, then move up to 6.2 miles an hour. And we would go all the way up to 9.2 miles an hour. And so when you're at 9.2 miles an hour, the belt is moving really fast. You better be ready for this. I might tell you to stop earlier. If you could stop at 7.2 or 8.2, when you get to 9.2, your knees better be rock solid and strong. Okay, because you're going to drop onto a moving belt that's going 9.2 miles an hour. You're going to run for 30 seconds. You're going to get off and put your feet on the side and rest for 30 seconds. Then you get on for 9 point again for 30 seconds and jump off for 30 seconds. And then you're going to set it to 8.2. Then you're going to do that, and you're going to set it to 7.2, and you're going to do two sets on that. And you're going to go to 6.2. You're going to go to 5.2 miles an hour, and then work your way back. So you're going to go all the way up to 9.2. You're going to go all the way back to 5.2. You're going to go all the way up to 9.2 and all the way back to 5.2. And then at the end, you're going to walk at 3 miles an hour for a mile. All right. That's one kind of cardio you could do. You could do that on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. An alternate cardio that we ended up doing a lot was run from Gold's Gym to the Santa Monica Pier and back. And there's a reason I didn't like this a whole lot. You're running on concrete for the most part. And after a while, when you get towards about 58, 59 years old, and if you're still running on concrete, you're going to be in trouble. In fact, I stopped running at 59 just because, on concrete, just because it's just not good. But an alternate cardio, which I like a lot, is the Stairmaster, and I would do 45 minutes of the Stairmaster on level 7 or 10. Now, most of you, if you get on the Stairmaster and can do 3 out of 10, which is the lower speed, you're going to be good. But do 45 minutes of it. You're going to be a sweat ball, and your machine will be all wet, and you're going to have to dry the machine with a towel. Make sure you have a towel, and you're going to work your way up to 45 minutes of cardio. So I would do the cardio in the morning with the stair climber. In fact, I ended up pretty much doing just Stairmaster when I stopped running, and when I stopped dropping onto the treadmill. I would do Stairmaster 45 minutes Monday through Friday, and I would usually find myself next to Lou Ferrigno, a very famous bodybuilder, also the Incredible Hulk on the television series, and quite often I'd see my Val Kilmer next to me. Val Kilmer and I both had the same acting teacher in high school. And then I would also see in front of us 50 Cent. He'd be on the treadmill in front of us. So Gold's is fun. This is the end of the card. Let's talk about diet. You know, if you go work out with a trainer at Gold's, they typically give you an impossible to maintain diet. It's impossible to maintain with normal society. If people invite you out to dinner a lot, then you are not going to lose weight. And the goal here was, could I lose weight? And in fact, I went from 225 pounds to 189 pounds using this diet. So if you're a fanatic and you're working out and very active, this is going to work. So in the morning, before you go to the gym to do the stair climber, you're going to do protein shake. And when you come back, you're going to maybe eat egg whites and hash browns. Again, there's some phobia about eating the full egg, but I think my advice to you is just eat the whole egg. There's a lot of protein in there that you need. The idea being with egg whites, you're trying to get rid of some of the cholesterol, but that's not really the cholesterol problem that you have. Cholesterol is a hereditary thing. Your DNA has the issue. It's not really going to be changing much if you go from egg whites to whole egg. 2 hours or so later, you're going to do a protein shake. And about lunchtime, you're going to do something like 4 ounces of salmon and some rice. And what is going to be 4 ounces of some protein? That's a small piece, okay? And some rice, which is carbs, and probably some vegetables as well. Then a couple hours later, you're going to do protein shake, and then you're going to do dinner, which is going to be 4 ounces of some protein, maybe chicken and vegetables, and no carbs, because you're not going to do carbs after 4 p.m. Because if you do carbs after 4 p.m., and carbs is, potatoes and rice and bread and things like that, and beer, it's just going to sit with you and your body's going to save all of that sugar. All right. This diet got me from 225 to 189 over probably a year. Okay. It's a long time. All right, supplements. Bodybuilders always have some super supplements they wish to take, and this is kind of what I do now. Uh, Bodybuilder multivitamin, HA joint. It used to be glucosamine for your knees and your hip joints. HA joint is awesome. You can get it on Amazon.com. Creatine for for strengthening your muscles. Take that in the morning before you start working out. Magnesium L-threonate is fantastic because magnesium is something that you absolutely need, and L-threonate version of it will cross the blood-brain barrier and make your brain wake up totally alive. Okay, so you can go do your workout, and all of a sudden you'll be thinking and writing papers while you run on the treadmill. Taurine is what is in some of the sports drinks that are out there. Red Bull is very full of taurine. It's an amino acid. It also helps you and keeps your brain quite active. Weight loss supplements just keep you awake and don't really work. So it's better to sleep 8 hours and skip the weight loss supplements. If somebody in the gym tells you that, just skip those, okay? All right. Here's me, 1st of May 2007, when I get very serious and start working out with Dawn. Here's a barbell. And I just want to, this is more flavor. I'm not going to try and show what I'm doing at these things. It's just to show you this is a really cool place. Lots of historic pictures. Here I am, smiling and happy. And at this time, in May of 2007, my shoulders are 42 inches. So if I'm going to go buy a sports coat, it's going to be a size 42. And by a year from now, I'm going to have size 46 muscles in my shoulders, right? I'll show you pictures of me later on. This is Dawn. She always wore that hat for years. Nobody ever saw her hair for like forever. And she's just awesome. She would do the workout with me to show you, and she would correct me on pose and everything. And it was completely awesome. At the back wall of Gold's Gym, you can see signatures. And what you'll see is I think you can see Michael Jordan's signature. You can see, the Terminator signature up there, Arnold Schwarzenegger. You can see some of the great bodybuilders up there. James Caan. I saw James Caan in the Chai restaurant in Venice when I was living down there. And it's a whole host of other famous actors and bodybuilders. And unfortunately, they painted over all those at some point, and they're long gone, unfortunately. Here I am, again, more weightlifting. You'll just see various poses. Here I am. And, side raises. And here I am on the treadmill doing some treadmill stuff. Don't I look active? Here I am on the stair climber, different shirts. It's not the same day, but, you have to have these shirts that you have to have enough shirts and clothes that you can go home super sweaty and change them out and be ready for the next day with clean clothes. All right. Here I am again, different shirt. Oh, these shoes. These are Air Max shoes. And those were my favorites for running and going on the stair climber in Golds. For running to the Santa Monica Pier, they are the best. And here we have other people in the gym. And it's just everything is there. And this was, I think Dawn took these pictures of me where I'm trying to she taught me how to box, okay? And I also, in one summer I was there, I think it's summer of 2007 or 2008, I actually took the Thai kickboxing class. So it was very cool. Kickboxing is probably in 45 minutes of kickboxing, I get as sweaty and tired as I do on 45 minutes of stair climber at the level 7. Here I am. Okay, I'm putting in some color of Venice, corner of Main and Rose. Very close to my house is the famous Borowski clown, and it has a robotic leg. I think the one on the left side is, it's the right leg of the clown is used to kick every so often. Then most of the years I was there, it was just turned off. Here I am. You can see respect privacy, and you can see the cool phone there. It says the use of picture phones and cameras prohibited in the gym. At this time, very few people had picture phones, and so I took a 2 megabyte camera in with me. So I wasn't using a picture phone. Anyway, everyone took cameras, and today everyone's phone has camera in it. So you just have to be respectful of, if somebody says, don't take my picture, you don't take your picture and delete anything. I was always working out 9 p.m. to midnight for each of the cards. And this is 10 minutes to go. And there's a group that basically works out until they turn the lights off. And then they reopen at 4 in the morning. Okay, so here we are, the Mecca of bodybuilding. Here I am. Look at my legs. They're getting really tight and thin. And there's always televisions up there, but that's not what people are looking at. They're usually listening to music. And there's this power pole. Every week I'd go by, there'd be a new sign. This one is, one for dogs, the Real Venice Dog Project. Urine is my window to another dimension. It's quite funny. And this is Digital Domain, and they have a pirate flag up there saying we're a pirate group that working on projects that no one else tries. Here is I'm doing leg press on this machine, and I typically when I got to be really strong, I would do 8 plates on each side. All right. And here is a woman who would bring her dog in while she does some of the hammer strength machines. And this is another woman with a different dog. This is on the press up, lay on your back machine. This is Don. This is Damone. He is a chiropractor who would, if somebody hurt themselves really badly in the gym, he would do his chiropractor right on the bench there in the floor of the gym. He's awesome. If you walk down the oceanfront walkway in Venice, this used to be the Cush Clubhouse where you could go buy a pot. In the end, it became initially Snap's headquarters. In fact, I even looked at renting this with John Nordlinger of Microsoft at one point in time. Just pictures of my feet, pictures of Dawn. You can see the definition in her back. She could go and compete with the right definition as she went along. Mr. Olympia, you can see some of the pictures of Mr. Olympia on the left. I honestly didn't take good enough pictures of those, unfortunately. Here is Dawn doing leg press. Here is StopChasingMe.com, Festival of Chariots, all kinds of great things. Okay, here is me. This is 7 plates. 7 plates is 630 pounds, and the bar that you're putting these plates on is 50 pounds. So it's 680 pounds. And I would do 15 leg presses and then pause, and then I'd do 15 more and pause and do 15 more. And when I went up to 8 plates on each side, that's basically, 720 pounds plus 50-pound bar. It's 770 pounds. And this sounds like a lot, but there was a guy there I used to see, and he was doing 1,100 pounds, basically almost half the weight of a Volkswagen Beetle. And he would just do it matter-of-factly. So this is one of these. And when you're done, you've got to put all these plates back because nobody wants you to leave your setup. They want to start from the beginning. corner of Rosenhampton. This used to be the Hare Krishna Temple. If somebody wants to know where that was, it became a store, Acne. And then I think it became part of the Self-Realization Fellowship for a while. And then I don't know what it is now. I haven't been back in a while. This is okay. This is 11 August 2009. This is me. You can kind of see I have some definition in my abs because I've lost significant weight. I've got significant musculature growing here, and my shoulders are at 46 inches at this point. All right, more. Lots of leg presses. Here I am doing the leg press, and you can see I, I never hurt myself in this machine because you have to respect this machine. This is a lot of weight. This is 680 pounds right now. Shoulder press. Oh, you can go and look at what the shoulder press machine looks like. This is 18 November 2009. I am looking very thin. I am looking strong. Okay, error. I put this in error because this for some reason, all of the treadmills were dead for a little bit. And there was an ambulance because somebody had pinched themselves in one of these very heavy machines, and he was lying on the floor and screaming, and they went and took him out. And I think it was my friend who was one of the co-owners of the Lobster restaurant, but I can't be sure. I think it was him. This is Dawn at her 40th birthday. This is her at a different day when she started at some point when she was becoming more successful, stop wearing her cap. Everyone was, take your cap. We don't want to see the cap. We want to see you. Oh, yeah. Peace Frog, tribute to the Doors, of course. Venice Beach is famous for the Doors. Here I am again with the setups. I think at this point, for some reason, I was listening to music because I was just there so long. If I'm by myself, I would do that. But in later times, I stopped listening totally. Again, here's 770 pounds. And I did this, every third day. It's very cool. This is Mark Schwartz. I'm going to show a few people here. Mark is famous. He would climb up on top of this setup and he would strap his legs to that bar and then he would do upside down crunches. Look, he has fantastic definition in his abs and he's just completely awesome. He's also a wonderfully nice person. So if you got a chance to meet him in your life, he's fantastic. This is Sean Lashley. You can see he's got 150 pounds on left arm and 150 pounds in the right arm, and he's going to push up. I took a video of him, I think, doing deadlifts at 545 pounds, and it's on Facebook, and I someday will get it and bring it out and put it up online. This guy's great. This is in his early years, and one of the things is, he saw my Air Max shoes and he loved them. So he went and bought all the Air Max shoes in a different color. And then when he was doing his very heavy weights, they started, when he would get up to 400, 500 pounds on putting on weights, he started popping the Air Max. So he's in a different shoe now. This is him. I think this is where he got to. And he's just, again, looks like the Hulk. This is Joe, Tong and Danny Trejo. I took this picture of them. You would see Danny Trejo in Gold's time. You'd see Joe Tong for a long time. I think he hurt himself at one point, so I didn't see him towards my ending years, but he has continued to compete. And what you'll see is if you go see him in competition, all of these bodybuilders will do the spray tan, and they will look completely different skin-wise. And it's kind of funny. This is Earl Coleman and Damon Elliott. Earl Coleman he's just someone who works out very much in this gym every night. He was Pink's first producer. Damon Elliott ended up being Pink's second producer. Damon Elliott, I wish I had one of his face. He's really a wonderful person. He was the producer for Destiny's Child. He's produced music for a number of stars, and he's just a great person. He's Dionne Warwick's son. And I think he lives in Arizona or Texas somewhere now. Different. Here's Hulk Hogan. I ended up working out next to Hulk Hogan, and I was looking at that sign that says, "Don't take pictures of celebrities," and thinking, I got to sneak a picture of Hulk Hogan. So I took a picture of him. He was working out next to me, and I was doing at this time, I was doing 40-pound bicep curls, and that's a lot. I think I tried 50, and I felt like I was going to rip out my elbow. And when I was doing the 40-pound bicep curls, he came over, he picked up 140 pounds and said, put some weight on it. He is, just phenomenal. Jay Cutler, I would see there, he's actually about 5'3" or 5'4", and superstar Mr. Olympia. Would see him quite often in Golds. I would see The Rock at Golds and John Cena. I'd see The Rock a lot, and he was a great person. He pretty much kept to himself. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, I saw there a couple times. I was introduced to him by Don Strozier, and Kareem is really kind and nice, and just was happy to chat. He was great. Dolph Lundgren, I saw. I didn't see the Terminator. He was governor most of the time. I was in Golds. Derek Strong, was Lakers. He was also the Clippers, and I think owns a NASCAR car now. He's retired from basketball, I believe. 50 Cent, I would see him on the treadmill in front of me when I was doing Stair Climber with Lou Ferrigno and Val Kilmer. Here's Lou Ferrigno. He's awesome. One of the great heroes of this gym. Here's Val Kilmer. I was trying to pick out a picture of Val. I couldn't find one of him in the gym, and I thought, how about this bright red shirt here? Another person that you would see in Gold's Gym is Harry Perry, this guy who plays guitar on his roller skates and busks for money up and down Venice Beach. You would see him late at night. He'd come in after the sun is down, come in and work out in Gold's. This is Amir Edwards. Amr, he's doing 130-pound bicep curls here, but supported by this bench. Amr is just a great and crazy person that you would see in Golds. He's not there anymore. I think at some point they threw him out because he was too speedy, and but he was actually a really kind person. The story behind him is when he was turned 16 years old, his stepmother dropped him off in Venice Beach, and she never came back and picked him up. And he just started making living by becoming a bodybuilder and going out and busking for money on the boardwalk. Here is him. This is Amr Edwards going out, and he would ask people, please give me $20 for taking these pictures. And every time I saw him, I would give him like 40 because he owned nothing. I mean, he owned some clothes and they fit in, one of those buckets you get at Home Depot that you walk around with to put nails and stuff in. All his worldly goods would fit in that, right? And he ended up living with junkies who would steal his money and clothes if he wasn't sleeping, close to his stuff. Here he is. He's a kind person and really good. A little crazy, but go and talk to him. He's fun. Here he is. Here's some Dawn pictures. I put the moving ones because she is doing leg kicks in the air and you can't see her. She's just super moving. Here is me in November of 2010. I am very strong. I am looking good, and this is a great year for me. So in Gold, in Venice Beach, there was this sign, "See the strangest creatures on earth." And they had, this is the Venice Beach Freak Show. I believe the Freak Show is gone now. I think, I believe Snap bought the space where the Freak Show was. So this is no longer there. In fact, there's this weird dynamic, which is Snap has done poorly by local residents of Venice who really, liked having the Freak Show there. You would see films being shot. This is a lit scene across Main Street, right at the border between Venice and Santa Monica. Here's me once again, leg press. Here's Dawn. Here's what Venice looks like it's not filled with homeless people. The water there on a sunny day is just gorgeous. And here, I put this up there. They were looking for bodybuilders for a Black Keys music video in Venice, $1,000 a day. If you want to see, Venice Beach has canals. If you're not near Gold's Gym, if you're almost on the border with Marina Del Rey. You'll see, you can go into this little area and see the canals. It's kind of fun. Here's some more friends of mine who are hanging out. The woman on the right with the red, she invented this gloves company that has done really well. It's called G Loves. Here's me dressed in a suit. I look great at those days. More leg press. Here's Golds. This is Michael Hearn, who was a very strong competitor, and he would walk his dog. Here's what Venice Beach looks like. It's got a lot of graffiti. A lot of graffiti. Here's the Borowski Clown at night with CVS down below. Gold's Gym. I got to go to visit Dennis Hopper's house. It's now a studio for a company. I think it was, I forget the name of it. It was a VR company. And it was just gorgeous inside. So it's a really interesting house. Here's some close-ups of the Borowski Clown. Notice the filming is everywhere. And this is for Californication, shooting right at the corner of Rose and Hampton. And here is the Porsche from Californication. You can see the camera mount on the side of the car. And I never got to see any of the actors. I did not see David Duchovny, although I watched all the episodes of the show when I lived in Venice, and it was cool because I lived in Venice too. So it was a very big rush. I want to give acknowledgments to Don Strozier and all of my Venice Beach friends from Gold's Gym. I miss you dearly. If you live in Venice or if you live in Los Angeles and you have the ability to get to Gold's Gym and become a member, go there. It's a great place. And you'll become somewhat different than you were before you went there. And go the same time every day so that you can meet the same people that are there at the same time as you, and they will help you. Anyway, here's my email if you have any questions, and I will stop here. I'll stop sharing this and say, have a great day and get to Gold's in Venice Beach. It's something absolutely, if you have the chance and you're interested in working out, go there. It's great. Anyway, have a wonderful life. Bye-bye.